I'm concerned about Wes' fate in FBI International after the events of Season 4, Episode 14, titled A Winged Lion for Protection, especially since the series has been cancelled and will be ending in May 2025. The second half of the procedural's final season includes an arc in which new agent Riley Quinn has secretly been tasked with finding dirt on Wes, Jessie Lee Soffer, to bring back to her boss in America. This storyline takes on additional significance now that it's clear that FBI International Season 5 won't happen. Vio informs Wes of the plot against him during A Winged Lion for Protection. However, Wes is more concerned about Riley's career than his own and doesn't care if he gets in trouble. Still, he and Vio negotiate with a CIA agent to try to get the problem resolved, potentially opening the door for more trouble. Now that FBI International is the latest 2025 CBS cancellation, I'm concerned that this story will lead to Wes getting suspended or fired at the end of the series. How the danger leveled up for Wes in FBI Season 4, Episode 14. He was forced to make a questionable deal with a CIA agent. FBI International CIA agent Martin Russo standing by the water. While dealing with this personal crisis, Wes also needed to negotiate with CIA agent Martin Russo, Stephen Culp, who wanted information on the murder the Fly team was investigating. After Tate accesses an encrypted video proving the victim was an informant who had gathered information about corrupt officials in Venice, Wes and Vio agree to hand the info over to Russo in exchange for him making some calls to end the investigation into Wes. Russo ultimately agrees despite his reluctance to get involved, and it appears to resolve the problem. However, it's likely Wes got himself in deeper trouble. Russo's reluctance to help is a red flag. While he does ultimately intervene and get Riley transferred out of the Fly team, there are no guarantees he will keep his mouth shut about why he chose to do so. Alternatively, Wes' enemies could find out some other way. I doubt this story is over, given how easily it was resolved. If it somehow comes to light that Wes made a quid pro quo deal to get the CIA needed info in exchange for the end of the investigation into him, it will make it appear he has something significant to hide. Wes could be fired at the end of FBI International. The series might end with the Fly team again leaderless. There are very few episodes of FBI International left before it ends, and I'm afraid that they will be spent setting up Wes' fall from grace. He has been rebellious since he first joined the Fly team in the Season 4 premiere, and Riley's investigation almost bore fruit because he decided to go rogue after Vio was shot. Thus, the FBI leadership may tire of his antics, especially if it's discovered that he made a deal with a CIA agent to get himself out of trouble. This ending would be disappointing, regardless of whether the series was returning. Jessie Lee Soffer's Wes Mitchell is new to the Fly team, and it would cause the group immense upheaval if he were terminated only a year after Scott went MIA in an attempt to save his mother. I'm doubly worried about this possibility now that FBI International has been cancelled, as it would lead to an ending in which the team is in disarray, or possibly disbanded altogether. FBI International Season 4 Wes' story might be different if the series weren't ending. Threatening the team leader is a well-established FBI franchise trope. FBI International Wes standing behind equipment with a Hungarian cop. If FBI International were not ending, I wouldn't be nearly as concerned about Wes' fate. The Fly team has faced a similar crisis in the past. During FBI International Season 2, Special Agent Ken Dandridge wanted to take over the Fly team, so he illegally wiretapped Scott's phone and engaged in other questionable activities to try to get dirt on Scott that he could later use to remove him from his position. That arc ended when the team stood behind Scott and launched a counter-investigation, proving Dandridge was engaging in illegal activity and sending him packing. This story is similar to the Riley Quinn arc, so it's likely the original plan was to end the story by having Wes use the CIA to help him. Conversely, if FBI International were to return with a new season, the current season could have easily ended on a cliffhanger, with Wes in deep trouble and his fate unclear, and everyone would have been fine with it. However, I'm opposed to this ending because it would be a frustrating and disappointing way to conclude the popular procedural. However, the current Wes story suggests it is a strong possibility. Enjoy Screen Rant's primetime coverage? Click below to sign up for our weekly Network TV newsletter. Make sure to check Network TV in your preferences and get the inside scoop from actors and showrunners on your favorite series.